Hello students, today we will discuss about heating effect of electric current. Now, when electricity passed through a high resistance wire like a nichrome wire, the resistance wire become very hot and produces heat. This is called the heating effect of electric current. So, the special element of the wire gets heated by the application of electric current and it start glowing, okay, and it gets heated, and this effect is known as heating effect of electric current. First of all, James Prescott Joule explained about the heating effect of electric current. Now, James Prescott Joule, he was an English physicist, was born in Salford, and he studied the nature of heat and discovered its relationship to mechanical work. This led to the law of conservation of energy, and this led to the development of first law of thermodynamics. The SI unit is energy. The SI unit of energy is joule, which is on the name of this great scientist James Joule. He worked with Lord Kelvin to develop the absolute scale of temperature. Joule also made observation of magnetostriction, and he found the relationship between the current through a resistor and the heat dissipated, which is now called the Joule's first law. So, the heating effect of electric current was given by Joule. So, now the derivation of heating effect of electric current. Now, in this you are seeing that there is a circuit having a resistance R, resistor R, and V is the potential difference, and I is the current flows through the resistor. So if a current I flows through a resistor of resistance R and T be the time for which charge Q flows through it, then the work done to move the charge through the potential difference V is given as W is equal to Q into V. We all know that the potential difference is equal to work done upon Q, charge, okay, V is equal to W upon Q. So therefore, work done is equal to charge multiplied by potential difference. This is our equation first. Now P is equal to, power is equal to rate of doing work. So P is equal to W upon T. Okay, now put the value of W from equation 1 to in this equation. So it becomes, instead of W we have to put Q into V. So it becomes Q into V divided by T. This is equation 2. As we know, Q upon T is equal to I. That is, current is equal to rate of flow of charge. So the equation 2 becomes, put I is equal to Q upon T in equation 2, then it becomes P is equal to V into I. So P is equal to, power is equal to, it is the multiplication of potential difference and charge. This is our equation 3. So heat energy supplied, so power is equal to V into I. Okay, now the heat energy supplied is equal to, it becomes power into T. Okay, because power is equal to W upon T, so W is equal to P into T. So work done is equal to energy supplied, which is equal to P into T. So from equation 3, put P is equal to VI. So it becomes V into I into T. This is our equation 4, VIT. So heat energy supplied is equal to VIT. This is equal to VIT. Now, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So put V is equal to IR in equation 4. in equation 4. So it becomes, instead of V, we have to put IR. So it becomes IR into I into T. So heat energy produced, H is equal to I square RT. It can be written in the form H is equal to I square RT. So the heat energy produced is equal to H is equal to I square RT. This is the required equation for heat energy produced. So the heat produced in a wire is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of wire, and time for which current is passed. I square RT, square of the current, heat produced in a wire is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of wire, and time for which current is passed. Okay, students. Now the uses of heating effects of electric current. There are many appliances which are based on heating effect of electric current. So the appliances like electric heater, electric iron, electric room heater, immersion rod, electric kettle, hair dryer, etc. These all are based on heating effect of electric current. All these appliances have a coil of wire called an element. When electric current flows through the element, it becomes hot and gives out heat. So the amount of heat produced in a wire depends upon its material, length, and thickness. So in all these appliances which are given in this picture, these all based on the heating effect of electric current. In all these appliances there is an element. Okay, on application of heat, electric energy or electricity, the element gets heated and glows. Okay, so heat energy is produced. So these all appliances based on the heating effect of electric current. Now electrical energy and electric power. Electrical energy is the work done to maintain the flow of current in a conductor. It is the amount of work done to maintain the flow of current in a conductor. Now W is equal to, it is the V into Q. It is the multiplication of potential difference and charge through a conductor. Now as we know that I is equal to Q upon T. Electric current is equal to Q upon T. Okay, so Q upon T. So the charge is equal to charge can be written as I into T, as I is equal to Q upon T. So the charge is equal to I into T. Charge is the multiplication of electric current and time. So put Q is equal to IT in first equation, that is W is equal to Q into V. So it becomes W is equal to, in place of Q we have to put IT. So it becomes IT into V. As V is equal to IR, from the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So put V is equal to IR. It becomes W is equal to, it becomes I square RT. Okay. So the electrical energy or heat energy, it is equal to electrical energy is equal to I square RT. The unit of electrical energy is joule, which can be represented as capital J. The SI unit is joule. Okay. Now electric power. Electric power is the rate at which electric current is used. Okay. So the rate of flow of electric current is called electric power. The formula of electric power is equal to the work done divided by time taken. Okay. So as we know that work done is equal to the electrical energy from, as we have derived in earlier, that W is equal to I square RT, work done. So put in this formula, power is equal to work done upon T. work done is equal to I square RT. So it becomes power is equal to I square RT upon T. Okay. Now T cancel out. Then it becomes P is equal to I square R. P is equal to I square R. So one of the formula of power can be P is equal to I square R. Okay. Now as we know that from Ohm's law, resistance is equal to potential difference divided by current. As we know that R is equal to V upon I. So therefore the equation first becomes, put R is equal to V upon I in equation first. So it becomes P is equal to I square V upon I. Now cancel out I to I. Now it becomes P is equal to VI. So power is equal to VI. Okay. So power is equal to multiplication of current and potential difference. Now SI unit of power is watt. SI unit of power is watt. 1 watt can be defined as, it is the 1 watt is the power when 1 ampere of current flows through a potential difference of 1 volt. So SI unit of power is watt. SI unit of power is watt. It can be defined as, 1 watt is defined as the power when 1 ampere of current flows across a potential difference of 1 volt. So this is about electric power. Relationship between kilowatt hour and joule. Joule is the SI unit of energy. Now power, the SI unit of power is watt and kilowatt is the bigger unit of power. Now 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt. 1000 watt is equal to 1 kilowatt. Okay. Now 1 kilowatt hour can be written as 1000 watt. It can be separated as 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour. Okay. Now 1 kilowatt, in 1 kilowatt 1000 watt are present. 1000 watts are present in 1 kilowatt. Multiply by 1 hour. In 1 hour 3600 seconds are present. So 1000 watt multiply by 3600 seconds. Now it becomes 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 watt second. Watt second, that is watt second is equal to joules. Okay. So 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joules. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joules. Now 1 watt hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt of power is used for 1 hour. Okay. The commercial unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour, which can be written as kWh. Okay. It is commonly known as unit also. So 1 kilowatt hour is the energy consumed when 1 kilowatt of power is used for 1 hour. Okay. So this is the required relation between 1 kilowatt hour and joule. Okay student, this is all about this topic. Thank you.